Action News reporter Corin Hoggart is live at the jailhouse with the missing links police want to find. Corin?
Jason, 42-year-old David Hernandez is locked up here right now for the armed robbery and the carjacking, but not for the murder, not yet. Police say he is a suspect, but they still want more evidence. By the time David Hernandez surrendered to Fresno police officers at an apartment complex on Copper Avenue, detectives had already launched investigations at 2 other locations. First, the smoke shop and parking lot where he's accused of an armed robbery and a carjacking. And minutes after they tracked him down, they also had to check an apartment complex less than 2 miles away from where he kept police at bay for 5 hours.
While we were working the scene, we received information of a homicide victim or a possible homicide victim.
Officers found a woman dead from a gunshot wound in the Cascades Apartments. They won't publicly identify her until her family's notified, but they say she's a known associate of Hernandez. Investigators say surveillance video leaves no doubt Hernandez committed the robbery, and his weapon may be a link they need to tie him to the murder.
The gun used in the robberies, it is currently being tested for any type of ballistic evidence that we can hopefully utilize in our homicide investigation.
Hernandez has a long criminal history, mainly involving drugs and stealing. But he's also charged with a battery earlier this year and was arrested for DUI last month. It's at least his 3rd DUI, including one where he injured someone.
He's a confirmed gang member. He's a drug addict. He's unstable. Now he's at least being looked at in a homicide. Just pulled off an armed robbery. Was in possession of a gun, of an illegal firearm when he shouldn't have one. People like that shouldn't be out roaming the streets.
Police tell me they still need to show a photo lineup to at least one witness, so they're not releasing a mugshot of Hernandez. His bail is currently set at $680,000. Live in downtown Fresno, Corin Hoggart, ABC 30, Action News.
School is barely underway, but Clovis Unified already reported 36 positive COVID cases within the district this month. Parents now have an easy way to check if anyone on their child's campus has tested positive for the virus. Action News anchor Dale You're now joining us from the newsroom with what the district's new data tool has revealed. Dale.
Jason, parents can now go online and check Clovis Unified's COVID-19 dashboard. It gives you details on how many positive cases the district has recorded and whether they were staff or students.
Students in Clovis Unified resumed in-person classes on Monday. The district's COVID-19 dashboard showed 36 people have tested positive. 31 were staff members, with the largest number, 8, working inside the district's Child Development Department. District spokesperson Kelly Avant said in a statement to Action News, all contact tracing protocols have been followed and anyone impacted has been notified. Data also showed 5 students tested positive. 4 of them attend Clovis North. The other student is at Clovis East.
We're seeing increased cases everywhere. And so it's no surprise that we're also seeing a lot of cases at the schools. So the concern would be if we're seeing transmission at the school itself. So we haven't seen that yet.
Fresno County medical consultant Dr. John Zweifler says districts aren't required to make public the number of COVID cases, but they are required to report them to the health department. He sees how excited families are to have their kids back in class, but reminds them we are in the middle of another surge because of the Delta variant.
Make sure your kids are not sick when they go to school. Make sure your kids are wearing a mask, and that if you're able to get vaccinated, you're eligible to get vaccinated, to do so.
Dr. Zweifler says Central and Fowler Unified also plan to provide COVID dashboard information for parents.
Over 1,000 students in Madero Unified were recently tested, and as a result, 7 students tested positive for COVID. And because of a South Valley COVID surge, Visalia Unified, beginning tomorrow, will require mask wearing for staff and students both indoors and outdoors at all campuses. From the newsroom, Dale Urong, ABC 30 Action News.
We are not here